Bini nilitum carving long live pen cameraman long sodar inti la pen nili bikram teron pinilitum carving long live pen dak taralang so people's holes mate ilitum jutang jubat nim rokom ilitum kachepati labang so ahong klamalong mate labang so taralang so long sinom nilitum dolo patumi pen pini nini apharman carving long Thomas Council Tourism Department ahin pen Carving Long Thomas Council EM in charge Sarite Singhi alangli Bori Ponsi Labangso Tourism de Labangso ketalon ponji pansi patumi pen cisik cedang lo patumi bangke trekking langbuku long trekking expedition dolo lapen hadak jeep line lapen kaprek tourist jasemen rural tourism aputhak cingki cethan padulo trekking padulo lapen pining we bangke lahai lo lasila ilitum Carving Long Tourism Department alogulo lake lailo alogulo ladak bangke inglong dolo thengpi thengphang dolo lapenke wojaru dolo labang Carving Long Tourism polo where nature meets culture labangso logo mate labangso theme ke tok bangke ilitum kaching honnai sir Dhorom Singh Teron alangli Karbi Studies labangso founder XMLA alang lisi labangso logo selam ponlo Carving Long Tourism Department benching mai ching saisi lake official logo lo website sitami nang litum langdamme nang litum YouTube long ponon kaprek social media long postami labangso website dolo ingpu ponelo lapen ke lalo Carving Long Tourism celebrate World Tourism Day 2023 lo tourism and green investment ilitum tourism aputhak non ke hakoson gailo non bang ke ilitum tourism pen sitami penangan ilitum ali long pon lason se thek pon long lo jasemet ke ilitum kangthi langso langdamo ilitum apra ke kangthi langsun bang ke pualangsun ke livoilo ningkan pharo ini pen sitami dak pen ke ilitum ali chipalong dunde sitami non bang ke labangso kangthi langso eco park labangso input pon det pen haladak rong thak ari soi jang atum kulat sitami chubidun lo lapen kaprek sitami ladak penalang litum revenue sitami chelong pon lo lason sa council sitami revenue chelong pon lo lalo lasi lason tatasi langbuku pen chenglok penangan non bangke waterfall pen sitami litum kaprek thengpi thengphang pen sitami litum garden pen punon eco park pen punon non kaprek pen sitami litum tourism aphan litum penangan ali lapuson chethek ponlong lo labangso official logo bangke lalo non ke bangji Certainly na sengkan mate Karbi Youth Festival 50 Karbi Youth Festival 2024 mo sengkan kebang ji lalo Karbi Youth Festival ningkan pocket ke chok labangso phansi jasamet KCS atumben chenglok ilitum Karbi Film Society tumben chenglok ilitum Tourism Department pen chenglok kaprek department pen sami nolom ke jasemet isi awareness jasemet labangso 50 Karbi Youth Festival labangso celebration ji phan anso se aliralon anso se pat thang ji phan anutin same bori pon bomlo nolom ke lalo Karbi Film Society tum se tami alang litum karaoke program same deng pon bomlo lason se kaprek step deng pon bomlo lapen nini apharman itum Carving Long Tourism Department pen same ke deng pon mangge jasemet ke eson soni litum jutang jubar pen kacerap tourism itum rural tourism polite litum ke halada ke ilitum apindeng sumpot pen chenglok ilitum kechu ke jun pen chenglok lahai angton pen ilitum traditional food pen chenglok lahai ke paklang dun ke lahi si ilitum rural tourism lo lahai putak pen chenglok kaprek lapen ke lalo 27 September at Nothengpi Karbi People's Halls mate pini invited panelists lo la alang litum ke and speaker lo pining we bang ke ladak jasemet Nothengpi labangso aklamalong piposi labangso nini apharman ladak World Tourism Day ketalon pon piposi Nothengpi long binangkok ma piposi panel discussion donangkok ma jasemet ke student tumpen chenglok college student tumpen university tumpen chenglok kaprek country pen ke phalang litum delegates tumpen si labangso World Tourism Day 2023 labangso aputhak lo tourism pen litum Carving Long same koson si paching thurjima koson si litum public reserve pen siningkan pharos same ne litum Carving Long lin sengsang apirbi pen litum koson si litum labangso litum akhe same reng pon verjima rural tourism pen chenglok eco tourism pen chenglok angton pen lasi pini ke phapon ke lalo ritu mem lo alang listame inut lo ke to ke lang ahin punon tourism ahin punon alang listame inut ke trading abang philo lason ta saksi keynote speaker and research paper presentation Dr. Nathan Gitonga Naiga alang like Kenya pen pusi arjudun long lo alang listame inut research person lo lason ta saksi Partha Pratim Das alang li president se tongnun po Arji Mandi lamang ke radio joki radio asam along same penan ka che thang bang philo alang listame dang na che tongdon ji lason ta saksi litum ke kadu da chini lo ilitum karbia khe pen UN along a membership ke long dun la pen UN along ilitum khe alamu puthak lamthe sikining je dun long ke alang lita inudlo kapre ka country long alang listame dun pen labang su UN along lamthe kaning je dun long ilitum historical background puthak kaning je dun long alang listame inudlo la ke alang litum Dr. Pongkos Teron lo la alang listame dagdo po lason ta sar Vishal Singh alang listame ladang labang so inut bahini bang thom bang pri bang pho bang throgang bong invited panelist lo alang litum same speaker lo pining we non ke doji labang so panelist long lo labang ke ilitum lailo ilitum website lo Facebook Instagram YouTube long stamina litum la karbiang long tourism na litum search lo pule la ekdam long po lailo litum lo lalo ilitum gmail.com ke lailo ilitum karbiang long tourism gmail.com lo karbiang long tourism gmail.com lo lake na litum na holi YouTube long Google jang search sitame long po lalo la ilitum jasame tourism aputak jasame ilitum kachere ponang ji bang plastic hormu ilitum kachere ning na litum plastic pen alu ilin le nam pon same na litum plastic pen si ponji la so plastic kona lo gadam ji la so plastic nangli hem lo nangli bari lo athema nalita hem pen bote bari lo sibapo bari lo doya lo bote chipi bom po molong lele tag lo bote nalitum pine han baru tag lo bote plastic kai da plastic na so plastic pen chere nai bosi da bang ke laya son lo I shall adopt a friendly conscious lifestyle and promote mindful utilizations of tourism resorts lai lo ang ton pen lo ilitum long le phalang no nipin pen ilitum ko sonsi preserve ji lai lo ang ton pen ke I shall respect local culture and support community and driven tourism service ilitum lalo ilitum rong kera than do pode rong kera than ko sonsi ilitum preserve pen si ladak pen se me ilitum kadom kadi pen ko sonsi preserve me lai pen ang ton ilitum phalang no nipin pen lai lo ang ton me se me dak pini labang so banner long se me tokpon lo lalo ilitum tourism in tribal land lalo non ke ilitum tribal made ilitum north east lang namo ilitum ke north east ang bong ke state ang bong tourism ahin men ke plang nai ke Arunachal Pradesh lo la so phi wang po Sikkim la so phi wang po Arunachal Pradesh la hai state ke alang litum ke sarkar pen gailo alang litum ke tourism pen lok se alang litum ke ale chipalong lo revenue chipalong lo non son Meghalaya ke anu tin dam lo hala dakta la alang litum revenue collection ke highest lo north east pen ke alang litum ke kelang ason dopik la pen preserve pami joini si pini Meghalaya sitame one of the strongest state economically alang litum han tourism hin matha dam lo pulote Arunachal Pradesh la pen Sikkim la pen Meghalaya ta isilo la ilitum karbiang long ilitum tribal land lo ilitum ke khe so mate ilitum inglong so long ilitum koson je tourism promote po pulote ilitum lahai long ton pen la dak ke tok dolo lahai lo la si ilitum lahai alam put ilitum ke ning karong arani nangli bom lo non pen sami ilitum ning che parong bom lo athema ilitum setalin sengkan nangli bom lo ning ta rong bom lo la se son tak si kapre ka programs ta me asai si ta me non do bom lo son sa karaoke program pen cheng lo ilitum Karbi Film Society to municipality pipon non tourism department pen ta me tourism world tourism day ladak nini apharman talon pon lo la son sa si ning karong abita ta nangli bom lo pining we ke jo halang lista me aluhi sarpo aman pen nang chitong dun lo ladak piningwe labang so tourism day long la so ketalon long se sar cruising pas nami lamthi siar ju ponang labang so puthak
Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council Tourism Department World Tourism Day labang so ketalon pon
Tourism Day
karbi Krisunim sorong aja sertalin karco ketalon pen pacara ponsi ini dak kijutsi asa yang deng ilitum kado kabe karbi akhe aphan ilitum asim sat kacepak langkek no thengpi labang so acha taya long si ilitum kado we tong long lo silabang so pineng we dak isia seminar doji karbi ang long chot kali itu Indian menang tan kewang hakenia pen anda do la se alang litum ahin pen karbi Krisunim sorong aje sertalin karco ketalon aputha isi kapace thangpon alang tuma sai deng pon po lapanan par stame karbi ang long arlo ili tum kelang mime pinangana dim laso tourism mate bang kado kawe nang kelang mime pinangana dim do hal bang so tourism adim along kapacing tour lapen klan so se kapace thangpon je pan pini karbi ang long autonomous council la tourism department pen la so sai ke deng thai pot nilihin pen kurbang tu pajirlo sining thelo je karbi ang long arlo binangan tourism lebang so adim along pen isi akhia dat long ponji pusi nili bang ending je depot.
Thank you so much.
Your good name, sir?
My name is Dr. Nathan Gitonga Nyaga.
Oh, you are the sixth panelist for today
Yes,
tonight's
yes,
discussion.
yes, yes.
So, what will be the discussion, especially about what kind of project and what kind of
Okay,
so you have come all the way
yeah,
from
yeah. I've come first of all to present a paper. It's a research paper.
Okay.
I do research and I've done research in tourism also, so that's why I was invited.
Okay.
And I'll be presenting an academic research paper,
Okay.
which is to look into sustainable tourism in the 21st century.
Okay.
So I'll be talking on things like cultural tourism and how we can make tourism sustainable in the 21st century for all the people in the world.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is it's called a tribal land.
Yes.
Indigenous people are
Yes.
living here.
Yes.
They, only reliable on natural
Yes.
resources and all.
Yeah.
So what kind of things can be done here in our hilly district?
Okay, see, we have an
It's a
example.
very remote areas.
Yeah, I understand. We have an example. In my country, Kenya,
Okay.
we have a tribe called the Maasai. The Maasai also live in tribal area, and there's a very tribal community.
Okay.
So what I feel like, since you in Karbi Anglong, you do not have animals like lions and all like we have, but we can promote cultural tourism. You see, like for example, whatever you have, either it's dance or cultural folklore, you can use it for sustainability of this area. Welcome people to come here and see your culture. Organize such events where people can come and see the dances, hear the stories of this place, and they can pay for that, so that it can become sustainable. See, culture needs to be preserved, but at the same time it has to be sustainable, which means use your culture to make money, but it has to be also preserved. I think that's the target of the research in tourism these days.
Okay.
Yes.
So for how many days you are here for?
I'll be here for a week. Today is my main day. Then I'll move around the place to see, so that I can gather more information on how we can advance our tourism, do more research in tourism. But I love the place.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an amazing place. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So when are you going back to?
I'll be
your
going
country?
back on Saturday. Yeah.
Have you ever visited Assam?
No, this is my first time.
This
This is my first time.
Okay.
Yeah, and I really love it here. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Baik no cameraman. Langsung si red carpet halang litum limpon lo. Jasa met litum curu pon nangji litum karbiari soi jang litum halang litum ke kopi mini hotel management no. Hotel management kopi mana?
Hotel management
Management. Dimapur ben ma.
Kelang SIHM Dimapur ben.
Dimapur ben. Okay. Alang litum si wang si alang litum koson si guest pan kiru ke Thai nangji ma. Koson si alang litum pan respectfully welcome nangji ma traditionally alang litum koson si welcome nangji ma. Lasi alang litum pan si chupalo alang litum haladak hostel long ke dudun alang litum training ke dun pen alang litum koson si good manners koson si guest atum pan kiru ke Thai nangji koson si politely kecing kidu nangji ma ang ton pen alang litum ke kecali tang lasi alang litum pan si kaita chupalo alang litum uniform lo lasi lason nak taksi alu su pinso sama pupu alang litum dolo nonnya jong litum Karbi Anglong DC mem sedame nang le elo pen Kenya ben sedame delegates inut nang le elo tangde inut bahini ban ildum cing kiji ban ildum cing ildum apor chena nak bahina continue video
Kardom and good evening to one and all present here. My name is Anushka Turombi and along with me I have Mr. Sarim Tiso, who is my co-host. As we're celebrating World Tourism Day here in this beautiful place, Matengki Paralangso.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as we are running out of time, we shall move towards the felicitation ceremony. So. Karbi Anglong, Mrs. Ladumita Bhagwati also please join us here in this felicitation ceremony. So I request you to please stay remain on the seat, sir. Karbi Cultural Society, Mr. Chandra Singh Kho, please join us here on this dais. And also would like to request Mr. Dilip B, who is the president of Karbi.
Karbi Heritage Museum, Nithom, on this World Tourism Day. The theme of World Tourism Day 2023, tourism and green investment, and it is fine well our vision for tourism in Karbi Anglong. Today, it's a very great day for us. The Department of Tourism, Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council, we have been working very hard in cooperation with and under the blessing of Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council Chief Executive Member Dr. Tuliram Ranghan. He guided us for tourism development in every site, in every field. So, in this evening, we will witness the very important discussion about the tourism and about the sustainable tourism. That nowadays, in Karbi Anglong, each and every corner, like the students and well as the elderly, everybody come out and everybody is working very hard. So in this connection, the tourism department Karbi Anglong make our homeland a better place for the local community and tourists. A beautiful Karbi Anglong, lead our Honorable CM Dr. Tuliram Ranghan, witnessed lots of positive changes, including the infrastructure and development in all sectors. Our tourism department is planning various programs in encouraging the quality tourism of Karbi Anglong. Karbi Anglong is a special place with various indigenous communities living here. Present the culture and tradition of these indigenous people is crucial as we promote tourism. We want tourism activities to be benefit everyone without harming our culture, heritage and biodiversity. Karbi Anglong stands out as one of the greenest regions in Assam. The hill of Karbi Anglong and home to rich biodiversity for generations out. Ancestors having certainly safeguarded this biodiversity, and it's our duty, like the themes of 2023 World Tourism Day, to promote green investment in tourism. The tourism department of Karbi Anglong is creating sustainable tourism, the benefit for the local community. We are planning to set up homestay in a tribal village This is also a provide source of additional income for our local community. We are also promoting sustainable, eco-friendly and carbon-free tourism in various villages across our region. Tourism is a window to the world. We should promote and protect our culture through tourism. Due to urbanization, many of the cultures and rituals of our community are disappearing. There are many examples in the world where our tourism has completely spoiled the cultures and heritage of indigenous people. At the same time, there are so many good examples where tourism has protected the culture and heritage indigenous communities. We should be very careful while planning our tourism and product and services. We are trying to convert a beautiful village, a center of experience-based travel. We can make Karbi Anglong India's best sustainable tourism destination. Today, why we gather here? To make the Karbi Anglong the best and best. So, in this evening, I would like to request you to cooperate with us to make this program grand success in association with Karbi Cultural Society and Karbi Film Society. Thank you.
All the respected guests and the tourists from Kenya who is present here. I am privileged to be here in the midst of all of you. And this year the concept of tourism is the tourism investment, green investment and tourism. These are the two words. Nowadays, these two words are coined together. Everywhere we go, we find that it is the eco-tourism or it is sustainable tourism that we talk for. Like whenever we visit a place, we have to visit it in such a way that the environment of the place remains the same. It's not that there are so many people are visiting, there is absolutely urbanization or absolute commercialization of the place. It is not like that. We have to maintain that the pristine, the beauty of the place remains. So that is in this that what we look forward as a sustainable tourism destination. And whenever before I come here, I was director tourism. So I got ample opportunity to visit all the places. And the time when I planned to come to Karbi Anglong as a director tourism, I got my posting as well. So it all happened that I had to come on 12th of October last year. My order came out and I was lucky to be posted here. And before, like when I was director tourism, 2 years ago, after the COVID, we organized the World Tourism Day in Guwahati, and wherein Karbi Anglong tourism participated and helped us a lot. And the people also came to know about so many beautiful customs, traditions, clothes, about everything. The people of Assam at Kalakshetra came to know about the culture and the tradition of the people, and it was so well kept, presented. Even our Honorable Chief Minister, when he visited, he congratulated the Karbi Anglong stall so much. So I would again like to thank Karbi Anglong Tourism for such endeavors that they have taken up without much help from the state government or the central government. I think whatever the planning is done under the able leadership of our executive member Ritesh Singh and the entire team of tourism department here, and also under the leadership of our honorable CM, I think Karbi Anglong tourism will go a long way, and it will become the best tourism destination. Karbi Anglong as a whole, they will be able to make Karbi Anglong the best tourism destination in the world, and the people are definitely interested.
Karbi Anglong was established and all these things, but let me go directly to tourism. What is the meaning of tourism? It's travel for recreation, travel for leisure, that is rest, for family or either for business purposes, and also for pilgrimage. Since time immemorial, since the ages, people are moving, people have moved from one place to other place for leisure, for fun, for business purposes, and the culture, the history of a particular nation. Likewise, some take up traveling as a pilgrimage, like we used to go to Kasi or Varanasi or something like that, or some they go to outside the country, especially Jerusalem. So these are all pilgrimage travel. So this is what we have to understand. And to grow tourism, there is taking up trekking, going for rafting, and so many. So as Karbi Assam, but I can say that it's the heartbeat of Northeast India, where you can feel the culture, nature of the whole Northeast India. So next slide please.
Yeah, I volunteer a little bit of Karbi, and but I don't want to speak now, I don't want to make a mistake. Okay, my name is Dr. Nathan, as you have heard. I have two things to do today: to give a small speech and then present my paper. So since we are short of time, I will start with my speech and then we shall go to the paper presentation. Today the Honorable CM is not around, but I'll say that to all other executive members of the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council present here, our Deputy Commissioner, and all the panelists and esteemed guests, good evening. Auspicious occasion of the World Tourism Day. I am deeply honored to be invited all the way from Kenya to join you in Karbi Anglong, India, as an economist, a university professor, and a tourism expert, to serve as the keynote speaker for this year's event focused on sustainable tourism and green movement. First and foremost, I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to our gracious host, the Chief Executive Member of Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council, Honorable Dr. Tuiram Ronghan, and Executive Member in charge of Tourism, Shri Ritesh Enghi. Your warm welcome and generous hospitality have made my visit to this beautiful region truly memorable, and for that I am sincerely grateful. Thank you. The theme of this year's World Tourism Day, Sustainable Tourism and Green Investment, resonates deeply with the challenges and opportunities that both Kenya and India face. It calls upon us to find the deliberate balance between economic growth and environmental conservation, a balance that is essential for the well-being of our planet and future generations. One of the most exciting aspects of today's event is the potential for collaboration between Kenya and India in addressing tourism issues and promoting economic growth. The parallels between our nations are striking, and there is much we can learn from one another. Take, for example, the Maasai people in Kenya, who have successfully embraced cultural tourism as a means of preserving their rich heritage while fostering economic growth. The Maasai have opened their communities to tourism, allowing visitors to immerse themselves in the Maasai way of life, from engaging in traditional crafts and witnessing our aspiring dance performances. This approach not only offers travelers an authentic experience, but also empowers the Maasai people economically and help preserve their cultural identity. Here in Karbi Anglong, the indigenous tribes have embarked on similar cultural tourism initiatives. They warmly welcome visitors, sharing their age-old customs, artistic expression, and traditional culinary delights. This not only showcases the cultural diversity of this region, but also provides sustainable livelihood for local communities. The Maasai in Kenya and the tribes in Krabi Anglong exemplify how cultural tourism can drive economic growth while simultaneously preserving cultural heritage. This is where our collaboration can begin. We have an invaluable opportunity to exchange experiences, knowledge, and best practices in sustainable tourism to create framework for cooperation that fosters economic prosperity, cultural preservation, and environmental sustainability. As we celebrate World Tourism Day, let us reflect on the immense potential of this partnership. I invite you all to consider how we can explore greater collaboration between Kenya and Krabi Anglong. It is my hope that we can extend an invitation to a delegation from Krabi Anglong to visit Kenya for benchmarking and further exchange of ideas and experiences. Now, I want to direct my attention to the students here today. I can see some students here. You are the future of this great nation, and indeed the future guardians of tourism in Krabi Anglong and India as a whole. It is upon your shoulders that the responsibility of safeguarding and nurturing our tourism industry rests. I urge you to embrace this responsibility with passion and dedication. For tourism is not just about showcasing our natural beauty and rich culture, it is also about preserving these assets for the generations to come. Additionally, I cannot emphasize enough the importance of promoting research in tourism and finding new innovative ways to make tourism sustainable. Research plays crucial roles in identifying solutions to the challenges we face, be it in minimizing our environment footprint, enhancing visitor experience, or ensuring equitable economic benefits to local communities. In conclusion, I would like to once again express my deep gratitude to Honorable Dr. Twilang Ronghan and Sri Ritesh Engi for their warm hospitality and for fostering this environment of collaboration. Let us seize the opportunity before us for sustainable tourism and green investment are not mere ideals but attainable goals that can drive economic prosperity, culture preservation. Thank you all for your attention, and may this World Tourism Day mark the beginning of a fruitful partnership between Kenya and Krabi Anglong in our shared pursuit of sustainable tourism and a brighter, greener future. Thank you once again. I have been here for a few days. I have really enjoyed the place. It's a beautiful place, especially for those who want to experience ecotourism. I have loved the hospitality of Krabi Anglong. It's an amazing experience here. And I would love if some of you can come to Kenya one time and experience what we have here. Kenya is one of the world tourism destinations and an example of what tourism can do. And so much has been done there. I hope some of you can come and visit that country. Now, since when I was listening to Dr. Teron speak, I almost touched my pockets to check if he has taken my pen drive for the presentation, because he spoke a lot about what I was going to speak. And thinking, well, he has done his research just as I've done my research. That was a very wonderful presentation, sir. And so I won't take much of your time, so kindly let's have the presentation. And I'll pass straight quickly so we get time to brainstorm. Next slide, we are going to look at the economic viability of sustainable tourism models. And I'll give a few examples. Next slide, please. Yeah, so one here we will quickly look at some of the things that has been done around the world. I looked at the ecologies of Costa Rica. This has been named as one of the best examples of what this sustainability model can be, because what they've done in Costa Rica is that they have involved people, and the communities themselves have been taught on how they can create good destinations but without having to spoil the environment. Let's see the picture so you can understand what, next slide, what they do there. It could be almost similar to what we can adopt here. Next slide. Yeah, like you can see here, these cottages are done in the forests in Costa Rica. What the government has done here is that they do not allow making of roads to those places, so you have to use rough roads, and then you cannot cut much of the area around those cottages, and it's filled with tourists. The service is good, but then the natural environment is preserved. Let's look at another case study of the community-based tourism in Nepal. Here, they have what we call the Annapurna Conservation Area Project, which is also taking kind of the same, next slide, kindly, which is taking the same kind of...
Definitions were covered by you students. आप लोगों ने सब definition खुद ही दे दिया है. So I don't think I need to define the tourism terms for you. But one request, आप लोगों ने जो आज presentation किया है, whatever preparation you did, उसका आधा भी आप digest कर लोगे ना, तो कार्बी आंगलंग का tourism ऐसे ही develop हो जाएगा. You have to believe in what you said today and work towards it. इतना ही करना है. बाकी tourism कुछ नहीं है. Whatever you said, उसी में घुसा हुआ है. I'll quickly go through some technical part and then give you a live example of tourism starting in one area. जहाँ से आप थोड़ा you can all relate to the things that we did in Assam itself just 20 years ago. Next. Tourism for and with people. Now, how do you define community tourism? And how it is different from normal tourism? If you go through the books, आप लोगों ने क्योंकि आप preparation किया है, so you must have been through the books. कि definition of a tourist is a person जो अपने घर से बाहर 24 hours कहीं जाके रुका है. So today we all are tourists here because we are outside our home and we are staying in your place. Now, इसका एक longer ये भी है कि if he stays for more than a year, he is not a tourist. So a person staying outside his home for more than a day and less than a year, we consider him tourist. And tourism is, for whatever reason a person travels here. Today we had come here for the presentation, somebody could have come on business, somebody could have come for treatment. By technical definition, everybody is a tourist. Now, what is the kind of tourism that we want to grow? That is for us to decide. People go to Dubai, that is a different kind of tourism, they go for shopping. People go to Bangkok, that is a different kind of tourism. A lot of people go to Kenya, Tanzania for specialist wildlife tourism. What we have here is nature's bounty. Nature has given us everything. Beautiful landscape, beautiful people, colorful dresses, our ethnic culture. So this itself is a huge attraction.
B2B pressure group, and we have more than 300 members, and then we have lodges as our members, and it was a collective campaign from international tour operators to Indian tour operators and people who own accommodation to make the tourism, the wildlife tourism more viable. So that's how we started, and it's a not-for-profit organization. Next slide, please. Next slide. Okay, so the key to our organization is, we have these two things which we are important things which we do is we audit the organizations that do wildlife tourism, like mainly the lodges, and it's called footprint and pug audit. So these are the key activity which we do, which is very important for making tourism more sustainable. Ritu will talk about it more later on. Next slide, please. So what we try and do is, it's a pressure group, and so you have the supply chain, that's the international tour operators, then you have Indian tour operators,
then you have people who provide accommodation, and around them is the community. So we make sure the tourist actually chooses an accommodation that is more nature friendly, and he tells the tour operator then chooses a lodge which is more eco-friendly, which is more sustainable, and in turn the government also earns money and the local community is also benefiting, and it's called Tigernomics. That's what I will talk about it little later, what Tigernomics is. Next slide please. So other things which we do is, because of that pug audit, it is
with the properties that we certify them, and the certification which happens is done by the, it's an international certification which is done, and it's international standard certification which is done, and there's a ranking which is given, and we've got specialists who are environmental specialists who go to the property and take the operations team through various criteria to help them understand how they can integrate sustainability into their operations. That is what we have to do. We are all talking about sustainability. I think everybody has spoken everything about sustainability. It's like and that's the most common word which is said after the pandemic. But the thing is, we have to integrate it into our behavior, into our businesses. In behavior also, like when we travel, are we conscious because we are eating into the resources of a destination. So if we are eating into the destination of resources, we have to be careful that we don't unnecessarily use the power, water, because tourism does put pressure on the destination. So all these aspects have to be, is what sustainable tourism takes care, and we've already spoken about it, and I think the youth over here are geared up to take this challenge and really make this place a beautiful place. So through the certification, what happens is that, so the properties which are there, so we have certified around 300 properties in India, and after every 3 years, it has to be recertified. So currently we have some 80 properties in India, like it was spoken. We have similar properties like probably which are there in Africa.
Social media with your mobile phones, it is. Your one reel, your one video can make a difference, and it can burst people coming here, flushing the gates towards Karbi Anglong. So go digital, make reels, take the initiative as a youth leader, and as you have a fantastic leader with you, take all the wonderful guidance and create your place into a dream destination which is already there, we know, because we are lovers of Karbi Anglong, and when it comes to the heart of the Northeast, we all love our heart, and it's a special place, isn't it? So nothing much to
of Assam. The beautiful, large, sparkling district lies in the center of Assam. This enchanting hills district with its diversely rare flora and fauna has remained untouched and undiscovered. Mother Nature has indeed been very generous to Karbi Anglong, yet potentialities for tourism remain sadly untapped. The fact that this district has two parts, namely the western and the eastern. Karbi Anglong is still somewhat unknown to the tourists in spite of its natural green forests and hills. Some reasons are poor connectivity infrastructure. Several places' origins names have been renamed by outsiders. I would like to highlight some of the. Ecotourism is a fast-growing sector as it is playing an important role of economy not only in India but all over the world. Ecotourism is a form of travel dedicated to sustainable travel destination. The government and NGO have planned to make the people and nature combine, and also the peoples who lives in natural areas and forest areas, so that they can learn the local tradition and make improvements for economic condition. Due to the construction and increasing pressure for catering to the needs of the tourists, beautiful nature like forests, waterways, rivers, hills, and mountains are polluted. The main reason behind to develop the ecotourism is to love, attract, learn the nature by the people. Whereas ecotourism in Karbi Anglong boasts diverse flora and fauna, landscape, and a vibrant of tribal culture. Karbi Anglong is a home diverse to ecosystem, including rainforests, waterfalls, rivers, and rocky hills. From trekking expeditions, Singhasan, the highest peak of the district of Karbi Anglong, immersing in the enchanting sights and sounds of rainforests, where visitors can witness the natural, unique plants and animal species. The district is inhabited by the Karbi tribe along with various tribal communities. The benefits of ecotourism in Karbi Anglong is that it creates jobs and generate income for local people to reduce poverty and improve living standards. It helps to protect the environment by promoting the sustainable practices. It also helps to promote the social inclusion and cultural understandings. Lastly, ecotourism can serve as a powerful tool for conservation of socio-economic development if you manage them properly. As a responsible global citizen,
my name is Ms. Dengtitunampi. I am studying in Difu Boys Higher Secondary in the standard of class 12 from our stream. I am going to deliver a speech on sustainable development in tourism. Sustainable tourism means which a tourism of its current and future economic, social and environmental impact, addressing the needs of the visitor, the industry, the environment and the host communities. We can be more sustainable when the time of we travels. It is to support local business and communities, reduce our carbon footprint and be mindful of all impacts on the environment. Type of sustainable tourism: social, cultural, environmental, economic growth. Sustainable tourism development. Impacts of sustainable development: environmental sustainability, prudent use of natural resource and effective protections of environment. Economic prosperity, maintenance of high and stable level of economic growth and employment. Social equity, social progress that recognizes the needs of local communities. The goals of sustainable development is no poverty, no hunger, equality, education, and good health and well-being. Responsible in consumption and production, clean water and sanitization. There are two types of impact: negative and positive impact. Negative impact are two destinations include economic form of travel dedicated to the sustainable travel destination. The rise of the economic prosperity, more and more people are traveling for the leisure. However, it is affecting the environment by the ways along with increasing pressure of decatering. The needs of the tourism: beautiful beach, forest, waterway, lakes, hills, etc. are being polluted. These species are being adversely affected due to the development, constitutions and other tourism related activities. As our Karbi Anglong have very beautiful views in different places. Karbi Anglong is full of beautiful hills, rare flora and fauna, ethnic culture, unique cuisine and rich natural beauty. It attracts the attentions of the tourists. The best have given to the tourist list like our Taralangso and 1 minute left.
Arlong Kundu Economic Tourism Park and Kangchilangso Eco Tourism Park and
Sustainable Tourism for Inclusive Growth to present a speech on Karbi Anglong as a tourist destination. Karbi Anglong, located in the Indian state of Assam, is renowned for its diverse culture, natural beauty, and rich tribal heritage, making a potential tourism destination, encouraging active participations from local communities, tourism.
কেনেকুৱা লাগিছে ইয়াত আহি কেনেকুৱা তোমাৰ এক্সপিৰিয়েঞ্চটো কোৱা তুমি স্পীচ দিব পাইছা বুলি তোমাৰ স্পীচটো কি কিহৰ ওপৰত আছিল
স্পীচটো আছিলে ৰুৰাল টুৰিজম ইন কাৰ্বি আংলং
তুমি কি বুলি তুমি ৰাইজক বুজালা
মই বুজাইছোঁ মানে ৰুৰাল টুৰিজম এনেকুৱা থাকে যে এটা গাঁৱলীয়া এৰিয়াত মানে চবৰ অপৰচুনিটিটো পাব লাগে চব ফেচিলিটিজটো পাব লাগে ইটছ নহয় যে গাঁও বুলি তাত মানে একো ফেচিলিটিজবোৰ নিদিব এইটোতো নহয় না চবৰ ফেষ্টিভেল হ'ল কিবা হ'ল কালচাৰ হ'ল চবৰ ফেচিলিটিজটো চবেই পাব লাগে ইকুৱেলি ফেচিলিটিজটো ভিলেজ এৰিয়া হ'ল চাই টাউন এৰিয়া হ'ল চবেই ইকুৱেল ফেচিলিটিজটো পাব লাগে
সেইটো সাস্টেইনেবল টুৰিজম আৰু
ৰুৰাল
টুৰিজম
ইন কাৰ্বি আংলং
থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ তোমাৰ নামটো
My name is Anisha Sharma and I am from Difu Golf Girls College.
Please.
My name is Rajina Tisopi.
What do you represent here?
I represent ecotourism.
Okay. What was the speech behind all the concept and all?
Means like it was about the tourism in Karbi Anglong also.
Okay.
So that we can develop it. Means like the hills like mountains also polluted just because people throwing like here and there and catering the needs also of the.
Your concept was especially on cleanliness.
Yes.
Okay.
About this also.
Especially about the how to protect our forests.
Yes.
Ecotourisms and all these things.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Which stream are you?
I am from art stream.
Art stream. And your college name?
Difu Golf Girls College.
Okay. Wishing you all the best for the future.
Thank you.
Or the land of the Karbis may be called the heartbeat of Assam. The beautiful, large, sprawling district lies in the center of Assam. This enchanting hills district with its diversely rare flora and
a few glimpses of Karbi Anglong tourism.
So today I have gained an opportunity to discuss about a rural tourism in Karbi Anglong. Rural tourism in Karbi Anglong. Assam is a growing sector with the potential to generate significant economic and social benefit for the regions. Karbi Anglong is a beautiful and desired
different society and all the delegates and all the audience present here. First of all, I am very thankful that I got the opportunity to stand here in front of you all, and also I am very thankful to our principal to give me an opportunity to represent my college. I am Alfonso Therapy of Sinkiri Senior Secondary College, and today on World Tourism Day, I am going to deliver a speech on sustainable tourism for inclusive growth. First, what is tourism? Tourism is one of the largest and fastest growing sector in the world economy, and the economic achievement of tourism are significant. Tourism play a key role in global economic activity, job creation, etc. Tourism can also raise awareness of culture and environmental values. India has been a well-known tourist destination for many regions. The concept of travel has been dramatically shifted throughout the time.
Of TOF Tiger campaign and then responsible tourism consultant from Delhi. And also joining us Mr. Parth. And also I have a privilege to invite Mr. Vishal Singh, co-founder of Travel Operators for Tiger India Wildlife Association and the Managing Director of Royal Expeditions Private Limited. Vishal Singh. So I would like to raise Mr. And also I have a privilege to invite Dr. Pankaj Ketalon, Honorary General Secretary of Karbi Anglong Sport Association and Executive Council Member of Asian Indigenous People Pack and Editor-in-Chief of Karbi Anglong Life. So may I invite Dr. Pankaj Ketalon onto the stage.